What's going on, you guys? Welcome to my Let's Play series of Stranded Alien Dawn, where we're focusing on the military outpost scenario. We're finally getting our resources in check. We had a CPU requirement which is no longer there. I can finally move our lovebirds into their own home. I'm going to do that right now. So that's Melody's bed, and here's Ken's bed. Let's get those two beautiful people into their own home. And then let me get rid of their, let's see here. I kind of like the skin bark. Give them the skin bark. No. Yeah. I like the way the skin bark looks. The red and like purplish black appearance looks great. So let's do that for them. Next we're going to go over to light and production. Let's get a little ceiling lamp, which we're going to put right in the middle. If I can, I've been playing too much Jurassic Park. That's the downside of playing two different games at once. The controls are, I'm still trying to get used to both of them now, I guess. So I think we're going to take a short break from the Jurassic Park and try and get this one completed. And then focus that one. I mean, we're already, getting there a little bit. My resource requirements are starting to, no longer be requirements. We're starting to get a surplus, even while being attacked by, I was about to say, did I actually get the bugs right this time? Please be back here. Ah, man. So yeah, they were back there last time. Last video, we witnessed a wedding. I also, towards the later half of the video, went into a bit of a story time. Yeah, I talked about a little bit of my time in service, a 3-day mission that I'd went on to clear weapons caches, going down the side of a mountain. We boarded some Chinooks and went up to the top of a mountain. And if you want to hear the whole story, check that last video out. The last Stranded Alien Dawn video. I want to say it was around the 45 to 50 minute range of a video. If you don't feel like, watching the whole video, I'll give you a little, that's about where it was. So we talked a little bit, why am I saying we? God, I was so used to talking to people like where me and my wife are there, and like we were all saying we. And I guess I'm used to saying we because of the last Let's Play series where we were like, I guess this is a Let's Play series, but we're not going we. Oh my god. My brain ain't functioning. I'm sorry, guys. It's been a long one. So let's draft everybody. Sometimes once I get like a little flustered with my speech, it goes off the rails. It digresses and devolves into incoherent nonsense, as you just witnessed firsthand. I don't know what it is. It's just so weird. Like my brain decides to like shut down. I want to see if I bring these over here, if they'll just follow them. Hopefully they won't target Melody at all. Alright, and then we hold the line. And undraft. Now what we're going to do is we're going to deselect all the bugs. I hate bugs. God, that was a good movie. Benny being on the wrong side of the river and whatnot. If you know what movie I'm talking about, you guys are absolutely legendary. I really wish that the main actor, I'm just going to ruin it. The main actor, Brendan Fraser, I wish, that he would have stayed more relevant. I know a lot of things happened in his life. Like a lot of things. And I'm happy that he's back. Absolutely happy that he's back. But, I love a lot of his older work. The Mummy, where he's working alongside Pauly Shore in like Encino Man and whatnot. Some of the other projects, which I'm, my brain isn't functioning correctly and it doesn't want to bring up the names. But yeah, they had a project together. Absolutely amazing. And then he was also really, really good in George of the Jungle. I haven't watched The Whale yet, so no spoilers for me. I'm probably gonna get around to that eventually. But, he was a pretty wholesome dude. He's no Keanu Reeves, but he's pretty good. He's up there in my opinion. I'd say top 10, easily top 10. Not for let's see what's going on. So Jack, how much of the carpet left? Yikes, a decent bit. Okay. And then they'll slowly get to this. We got the CPU cores from the last video, the metal alloys from the video before that. And now I just need the 5 electronics. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. I can't do nothing about that one. That takes away 2 of them. That probably needs to be repaired, I think. Why is it all glowing like that? Oh, it's integrity. Oof. Okay, so yeah, it needs an electronic too. Alright, so that's 6. And we have 5 from this, and then there's 1 more. Where's the other one? I'm a little confused here. No, that's 5. The light? No. Yeah, I don't know where that other one's coming from. Oh well. Melody's in there working. She'll get these crafted up for us in no time. Now what's going on with these? Why did this install backwards? Oh, that's so weird, you guys. I didn't notice that. Okay, another thing I can do is I can remove this air vent. There we go. Deconstruct the air vent. As these, the air conditioners will always be pumping whatever temperature air you have it programmed to. So the room stayed pretty well insulated, especially with it being the carbon. You can see the temperature difference already. That's crazy. This one was 5 degrees. Like, how is it 5 degrees in there? I mean, it's like 66 outside. There's no way it could just be 5 degrees on the inside. This is like some super cooling stuff. It's got built-in freezer. Good lord. Okay, I see over here. So that's where the other one went. Yep. Nope. Where's that other one? God, it's gonna drive me crazy, you guys. Okay, something's gotta be half broken then. I'm just not seeing it. Yeah, I don't know. Oh well. They'll get it fixed, whatever it is. I just really wanted to know what it was. .3D printer. Oh, never mind. 5 plus 1 is 6. It shows you that my brain ain't working. Simple math, you guys. Just do simple math. Okay, so yeah, 5 and then the 1. They'll probably get this built first, and then they'll build this. But once this is built, it's gonna be easy street. I'll have this just constantly crafting out more of the CPUs, or no, sorry, the electronics. I'll have this one crafting out CPUs. I'll have this one crafting out ammunition. I don't know what may have this one do. Something. Whatever. After that, I'm gonna worry about getting my my Air Force squared away. We're gonna get this next, after everything is done, and after I get my power. $117, about to get annihilated. And I'm gonna just hang out on this tab and wait patiently for these enemies to get killed. That way, once they're all dead, I can just cancel orders instead of having to find them all again. Yeah, we're gonna do this smart. Work smart, not hard. Just make sure to keep that time on fast forward. Come on. Go get some treatment, Ember. Now we're about almost halfway. 117, yeah, we're almost halfway. There goes Ken. Oh, nice. It's letting me stay on the 3-times fast forward for a little bit. I like when it does that. No. Fast forward. $55. Why is it doing that? So weird. 50. Not my favorite thing to do in the world, you guys. God, this is a lightweight annoying. How many times am I gonna get attacked? It throws my commentary off every single time I get attacked because my brain just like shuts down. Doesn't know how to cope. It's just like, please make it stop. I would just want to focus on what I need. It's one of the many things wrong with me. My multitasking skills aren't all there. Like if there's too much going on, my brain has a time functioning correctly. You know, it's autism, you guys. It's not that my brain doesn't really function correctly. It's just, it's wired differently. And there we go. Cancel all. Perfect. No more butchering. Everybody go to bed. Oh, sweet melodies over here crafting on this. And which fence is destroyed? Aha. So they did get in. I had a feeling. Oh, that's right. I was like, why is Ken going to butcher? And then I remembered, if anything is on a broken fence and the fence needs to be repaired, well, obviously you got to get rid of the obstruction. So, we're finally down to 5. I didn't think we'd ever get to this point. All those past videos, you guys, just sitting here, watching the insufficient materials get more and more strenuous. The numbers kept climbing. The food started disappearing. Everything started breaking. It was rough. All I had to do is tell Melody to stop doing research, I suppose. But here we are. Finally getting stuff done. We're on to the final 5. All our power's back to maximum. Our generation is just over double. And we do have a windstorm contributing to that, as our supply is maxed out on the wind. It usually isn't that high. It's usually like about a 20, maybe a 30 on a good day. Yeah, when the wind kicks up, it'll max it out. Let's see what it did jump down to. One of these went down to something, or was this? Ah, it was solar panel. Never mind. Thought I saw something different. All right. 1 away. 4 to go. I think now's a good time to go ahead and put some chairs in. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna go to armchair. Let's get some synthetics. I mean, we got plenty of synthetics. Get those two constructed for lovebirds. I'll get some cloth ones made over here, just for somewhere for them to sit. And we'll get 3 leather ones in here. Never mind, they're not up against the wall. That's fine. Alright, assign owner. 10. Move to the wall. Alright, almost done with. Never mind. Going to work out. I mean, that works too. Okay, let's see what kind of space we're working with up here. So we're going to go to the leisure tab. I won't place too many, and let's go ahead and just pause the construction on those. I don't need them constructing it quite yet. Just kind of want to get them prepped up a little bit. You know, we got other projects to work on. This one's going to be melodies. I'm going to move it back. Right, so who's sleeping in here currently? Lara and Ember. Yep, assign owner. That is going to be Lara's seat. This one is going to be Ember's seat. This one will be Jack's. And this one will be Rita's. There we go. Everybody's assigned. That's Ember's bed. That's Lara's bed. And that's Rita's bed. So we got the ladies over here. We got Jack over here by himself now. And we got the lovebirds. Nice. Now nobody's sleeping co-ed. No, obviously besides the married couple. And then in the future, once more people get married, they'll get their own rooms. Which is why they're unbuilt. You know, there's no point in giving Jack another room. Especially when I can move one of the ladies in, and then that's pretty much it. And the other 2 ladies have this room until either A, they fall in love, or until Jack and Ken, you know, lose interest, or vice versa, the women they're with lose interest in them, which that does happen. I mean, look at my last playthrough. Grayson is a... he just wanted them all. He went from having his wife to going with Krista to wanting Krista's sister to... you know, like I said, he wanted them all. Had I left, you know, him and Ken on the planet for long enough, I'm sure he would have wanted Ken too. Down to 3. Well, it's nice that things are finally going a little bit smoother than what I've been accustomed to so far. I really want to unpause these, but at the same time, the CPU that I don't have in store yet. Yeah, Ken's still working on the electronics, which, you know, I'm going to let him continue to do that. We still need 3 electronics to be stored into this, so I can then get this next one built. And once that next one's built, I can use it to build the other component. So I'll probably do electronics and then CPUs. That way all they have to do is bring it to the device and then it auto-crafts it. No longer are they standing here. And then once it's done, the robots take it to where it goes. But I need these so that I can get Melody back to working on trying to get these. Which means we have to make an AI core. So while these are crafting, she's going to be doing other things. And then hopefully, be able to craft that up. I also can't wait to make better weapons. Really can't wait. I know I can make them in the soldering bench, the advanced variants. But, yeah, you kind of need to have resources. But we're getting there, you guys. One step at a time. As of right now, we don't really need them. I mean, I can run my people through the traps and everything dies rather quickly. So that, and I'm going to wait on giving the other ones weapons just because we have 2 bows on hand, and I want Ken to continue to do what he's doing here. You know what? Honestly, who are they? Melody and Rita. I can give them the bows. What am I thinking? I can give them the bows, and then I can make Melody craft the replacements. Okay, now let's go downstairs and we'll assign her to those bows. Because it says Ken wants to do that. Where's Ken? I'm assigning him. Where's Ken? Oh, here he is. Alright, Ken. Look, you need to kick Jen off this table, alright? You're faster than he is. Okay, so we got everything done in there. Now, what can I do? Jack's over here doing nothing. He's going back to harvesting. He got fed up. I don't blame him. I would have gotten a little bit bored too myself. Let's take a look at food stocks. We only got 10 meals made. Okay. I really want to send her out on another mission. But I'm going to hold off until Ken's done. I don't know why I'm going to hold off until Ken's done, but I'm going to hold off until Ken's done. I guess I'm going to wait until Ken's done because it'll give me a chance to figure out what I want to do. Finally having... Well, there we go. We got a mission. That's what we're doing. Self-destruct with Rita. And then hopefully we get another little observation out of this. If not, then that means we're pretty much done with observations. I haven't received any new observations in the last 2 missions with her, so. Another thing, you want to have their beds next to each other when they're in love so that they can sleep next to their beloved. It gives them a little boost to their morale. Very beneficial. As you saw, it was like a plus 18 or something like that. Pretty decently high. So we got Rita on expedition. I was a little worried it was going to be a thunderstorm. I guess I was anticipating somebody getting hit by a bolt of lightning. Go ahead and have yourself some music night. I'm always for allowing them to have some fun. So knock yourselves out, you guys. Just don't get too drunk. Not without Rita. Ken is working on that last the last electronic. I don't know why my brain is confused electronics with CPUs and CPUs with electronics, but it did, and it hurts my brain. Like every time I go to say the word, I'm like stopping myself. Stopping myself now. I was like, is it right? That's right, right? The hell is that? Oh, helicopter. Was it music night? No, it's at 1900. Oh, they're just playing early. They're practicing. Oh, here we go, you guys. Constructed. Disable. Ooh, oh, the fuel fermentation. That's right. All right, electronics until 10. Which means we can disable that. And I can enable that. Man, I can't speak right. What is going on with my brain? Like, sort your life out, mate. Does it need more coffee? Like, what's the problem here? Well, if Jack's on assembly, I want that fuel fermentation. You guys have no idea how useful this right here is. Like, amazingly, amazingly useful. If you didn't happen to tune into my last Let's Play Stranded Alien Dawn, we had this research, okay? This research single-handedly carried my fuel production throughout the entirety of the game. And when I say it single-handedly, I mean we had hundreds and hundreds of cans of gasoline. And that's while I was sending Ken out on every available mission that I could. So we were amassing gasoline from every single bug attack. You know, we had the harvest bots, so they were just out harvesting all the dead corpses and just bringing them back and turning them into fuel. It was beautiful. It was efficient. 1 out of 5 completed. Okay. Let me take a look again. Looks like we're harvesting some of the beneficial plants right now. We got the smoke leaf, which can be turned into a tea and smoked after being dried, of course. And we have the cure plant, which gives us antibiotics. Sorry, my brain's trying to shut down. I'm trying to... It's like that moment when you're in the car and your battery's dead and you're just trying to get that little spark to spark. That's what my brain's doing right now, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm applying the gas, and I'm up and running. I'm not really running, but I'm walking around and trying to get, you know, the blood flowing as I've been sitting down for too long. Starting to get a little tired. And I remembered from a previous video, I was about to start filling up my Keurig, but I remembered in a previous video, which I think was 2 Stranded Alien Dawn videos ago. Yeah, the sound of the water bottle. I'm sorry about that, you guys. I forget how much my microphone picks up. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute my mic for a quick moment. I'm going to fill up my Keurig as tomorrow I'm going to finally remove and install the new water filter on my refrigerator, as we're having some calcium buildup. It's some sort of buildup. It's like this, I think it's calcium buildup, but we're having a buildup in the line, so we have to replace the filter so that it can get all flushed out and start giving us clean water again. So we're doing that tomorrow. Got to turn the water off and then, you know, run it. Expensive. Fun. But we're going to have the water back, which means I'll no longer need to use the water bottles. As, yeah, I'm not using any of that other stuff. So I'm going to mute my mic for a quick moment and fill this tank up. Bear with me for a second. Sorry about that. I didn't realize I'd have to use that much water. I thought I'd only have to use maybe, at most, 2 water bottles, but I had to use a third one. I figured might as well top it off. So hopefully getting this cup out of my brand new dishwasher, which was a pain in the butt to install. I had to get a new one. What's going on? I had to get a new one as the old one was, it was on its way out. So let's grab everybody and bring them inside. Where does this guy come from? Over here. What are you guys doing inside? What were they doing? Yeah, I am so lucky that I looked. Like I was about to go walk and grab my coffee and do a little walk around the living room. Go see how my daughter's doing, see if my wife and all of them are still sleeping because I'm being a little loud. And yeah, Melody just standing up on top of the roof, getting annihilated. Who's treating her? No, Ken, what are you doing? Treat your wife. Enough of that nonsense. Oh, we researched it? She already finished that research too? That's crazy. Melody, you're an absolute beast. Okay. Hunt and butcher and slaughter. I'll harvest these bugs. Oh, walk away from my Keurig. It's starting to get angry. You know, no, I'm not going to harvest these. I'm not prepared for all of that quite yet. I don't have the proper fermentation barrels in place to make this alcohol, or sorry, to make this fuel. So let's go ahead and cancel. It's unfortunate. It's a lot of good bug parts right here that's going to waste, you guys. If you have your fermentation barrels, in place, by all means, do the fuel fermentation and start getting your fuel. By all means. I mean, especially if you need to get those generators up, which I'm contemplating making them. Now that I have the fuel fermentation, we're getting attacked quite frequently, and I can't tell you how many times I've yelled at this game because it not only hit me with a heat wave, but a solar event. So my power generation just tanked and everything got shut off. So those generators that run off gasoline are really useful. I mean, you can turn them on and off at your leisure. I think you can even hook them up to a switch. So you just flip the switch and they turn on and off. I'm not entirely sure about that though. Don't quote me on that one. I've never tried to experiment with that. I've never played with the switches. I've always just plugged them in. Everything's on the same circuit and let it run. That's it. I haven't, fully experimented with the power. And by fully experimented, all I've done is, made sure that lines and everything are connected. And by lines, I mean the power lines, and everything has a line to the power line. That's my experimentation with the power. However, I do have that rule of thumb about the power, that if you're going to have it, you better at least be producing double the amount of your consumption. As nighttime, you can see we're doing amazingly. It won't be empty for 5 days. That gives me, more than enough time for the sun to come up and for us to go over our consumption need. And this is why I say do at least double, if not triple. Triple's ideal, because at nighttime, if you're mixing and matching together, I like to have more wind because, it's always going as opposed to just when the sun's up. We'll have a solar panel on the roof. More or less the whole roof will be a solar panel. That'll be producing a ton of energy during the day, just for existing. just for this building being here. So, you definitely want some turbines. These are also pretty useful. Don't get me wrong, I love my solar panels. They are exceedingly useful during the day. Look at how much the power went up. We're almost a double. Okay, let's see, he's constructing this. Sweet. Quickly. Alright, print. What's this printing? Electronics, that's right. So over here, we're going to print our CPUs until 10. And then we're going to come over here, and we're going to construct this one. And we're going to go over here, and we're going to take off CPUs. And there we go. Now everything is automated, for these at least. All the survivors have to do is just walk up, put the stuff in, and we're getting some better spears. Ken is getting to the crafting of the better weaponry. Where... Oh, we don't have that many though, we only have 6. And yes, now I'm referring to we as, me and the survivors here. I'm pretending to roleplay a little bit as their supreme overlord, their overseer, if you will. An above ground vault. That's not a vault, I know. But I'm talking about how in Fallout you have the vaults, and each vault has an overseer, and each overseer dictates the vault. I'm their overseer. You don't always have to be in a vault though to have an overseer. There's an overseer in every day-to-day life. You ever met a foreman on a construction job? He's your overseer. Assistant manager, when the manager's out at any shop, that's your overseer. Well, the manager's the overseer, but yeah, everybody has an overseer. It's just called differently. We haven't changed much from the feudal era, and we still, I guess we humans, we crave some sort of hierarchy, a ranking system, if you will. Me, I just like to live and I live. I don't need no fancy ranks, none of that. I didn't make any fancy ranks when I was in the Army, and I was content with my life in the Army. I only made it up to specialist. I almost made it to sergeant. After Ranger School, I went to the NCO board and became a sergeant. And then I would have had to go to BNOC, which is where sergeants go to train to be a better sergeant and more or less get ready for staff sergeant and so on and so forth. But yeah, that's when you stop following and you start leading. Well, honestly, at specialist, that's when they're starting to give you power. I mean, you're in charge of a group of people, and then you report to your sergeant. But there's usually one specialist in every little unit, more or less. Several of them when you're deployed, because everybody's getting those ranks. And I'm obviously speaking about the Army. I don't know how the other rank systems and everything work in the other branches. Everybody does their own thing. But in the Army, if you were starting as an E1 and E fuzzy and E nothing, it's 6 months of good behavior and keeping up on your stuff, being squared away. You get a rank, you go to E2. Another 6 months to E3. Sometimes it would take a year if you weren't as squared away, but yeah, another 6 months you'd be seeing E3, and then there's where the long haul starts to work, where it starts to come into play. You'll be sitting there for about a year, sometimes 2, if you're not squared away. I've known people that were in for 8 years and still hadn't made sergeant. Obviously they weren't high speed and not squared away. But I've also known guys who made sergeant within 2 years. Obviously they came in as a higher rank, an E3, and then they're sitting there for their specialist to eat for an entire year, and then their units like this guy squared away. Let's give him the chance to go to the board, study for the board. which I did study for the board. I just forgot everything. It's been so long. It was a long, long time ago, you guys. Like, I can't even tell you the infantryman's creed anymore. I know that it was the Queen of Battle was in the saying. We are the Queen of Battle. Yeah, I forgot it. But can you blame me? I joined when I was 17. Turned 18 in basic, okay? It's been almost 20 years since... No, it's been 20 years since I joined, okay? 20 years ago was when I joined. And I was in for 4 years, so it's been 16 years since I've been out. I've been out for, a decent chunk, almost half my life. I've been out of the military. It was a very small portion of my life. One that I do look back on fondly. You know what? I'm breaking this one. We don't need it. We got the 3 going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that. And then I'm going to move this. And that way all 3 of them are right here next to each other. Like so. And then I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to find the power cell. And I'm going to disable it. Because we no longer need them. Next, I'm going to take a look at the weapons. And we're going to see what we have available. And I'm going to take a look in here. So that's the pulse rifle level 2. Cancel that. Cancel the railgun and cancel the laser pistol. And then go down to craft weapons as we have better pulse rifles. I want 2 of them. I want 4 of these. No, I want 2 of these. And I want 2 laser pistols. Variety is nice. That they all have their own fire rates, so a pistol's pretty decent when it comes to close range. Pulse rifle stuns them, and the sniper rifle will be for long range. So with a decent mixture, we should be pretty solid when they come down the this section. You know how we bring our units over here that you've been observing? That's what we'll do. Those mixtures of weapons will be perfect for that. We'll have the 2 snipers up here. Well, obviously, we're going to move them all together, but the 2 snipers up here will just be laying waste to them as they're moving through. And then once they get close, those pistols are really going to start to take effect. But sweet, we got everything under control now, you guys. And it only took all video. Well, most of video. About 40-something minutes of it. Okay, so now I don't know what to do with my life. Now that everything's made and Ken's doing weapon construction, we can get rid of these. Like right now, get rid of those. Chuck them. We don't need them. Fuel fermentation, get rid of that as we can make our own fuel from the bug parts now. Healing balm, keep that. First aid, keep that. Keep that. Take another quick look through here. Don't need really anything except for some stimulants. Make about 20. And looks to be about it. No, let's get some smoke to leave until 10. There we go. Now let's take a look over here. Sewing tops. So still just as synthetic as our best armor. Okay, so we do have full sets for everybody. And then, yeah, it looks like all the clothing is crafted as well. Let me go upstairs and make sure it's all sorted correctly. So that's weapons. Okay, this one. Okay, so this one over here is going to be the hot weather stuff. Okay, this one is going to be cold weather stuff. Come over here. Sneakers are a warm weather, which means I need to move over here. Where's the armor? Over here. So boots. I need just regular boots. We'll do. We'll get them to craft those really quickly. Hopefully. Yeah, there goes Ken. He's gonna make some boots right now. Perfect. Hopefully he'll produce some fast too, as I need to sort this. I have a bit of OCD, if you guys couldn't tell. Everything has to have its place. Ooh, getting high. What's that trophy? Oh, smoke leaf? Okay. Well, I just got a getting high trophy, you know. Don't mind if I do. You don't gotta tell me twice. It is legal in my state, you guys. I don't condone any illegal, illicit drug use. The only drug use I condone is obviously if it's being prescribed to you by a medical professional, or you know, it's, you know, nothing serious like, you know, marijuana, and you can control it. I've seen too many people who just act a fool because they think that just because they're high they can do whatever they want because the marijuana made me do it. I've had several years after I got out of the army where I was, for lack of a better word, you guys, I was perma-stoned for 2 years. I woke up, I got high, I stayed high, I went to bed. That was my life for 2 years solid, every single day. Did I act an idiot one single time? No. Why? Because, you know, my good friend Will Powers, which is something people seem to be lacking nowadays, is willpower. You know, I don't allow myself to become a moron just because I'm not in the right state of mind. Because I understand that there's something called the law that don't care if I'm all there. Right? So I tend to, you know, I'm not doing any of that crap. Definitely don't drink and drive, you guys. I've done that once, and I'm never again. Never again. I don't even know why I did in the first place. It's one of those things that I regret. Thankfully, nothing happened. Thankfully. Am I a dipshit? Yes, I am. 100%. I'm a moron. I'm not smart. I won't ever claim to be intelligent. Now, I might sound smart from time to time, but everybody's smart in aspects. If you know what you're talking about anyway, things that people are into, they are intelligent in, generally, unless they're just, you know, walking through life with blinders on and their head inserted up their rear, which I've seen my fair share of them. But, yeah, do not let anything, you know, cloud your judgment. Don't let any of that ruin your future. Because I've seen futures ruined by this stuff. My wife's best friend, you know, I'm not going to give any names, but, you know, one of her gay best friend, him and his husband, before his husband passed away, they were into that Fenty. And I think that's what caused his husband to die, was a fentanyl overdose. And he went deep into it, and it just changes you guys. his entire appearance changed. Like, he was unrecognizable. Like, it really does mess you up. So don't do it, you guys. We're already messed up enough. We can't afford to lose any more brain cells. We can't afford to get any uglier. Because yeah. That's a joke, an inside joke between me and my cousin. You know, we're not bad-looking individuals, but you know, it's something that keeps us, you know, humble. You know, good-looking people need to tell themselves they're ugly. You know, they don't get that chip on their shoulder. You know, I have a little pudge on me, so yeah, I'm a little ugly at the moment. I'm not in my best, what I want to be. And that's like 30 pounds of 30 to 40 pounds of fat that need to come off me for me to look like I was back in my military days, maybe a little bit bigger. But you know, I'm good enough looking to get a wife. I have a beautiful daughter. I mean, yeah, two ugly people can produce a good-looking child from time to time, but yeah, I guess that's me. I'll always say I'm ugly. I've had people tell me I'm decent looking, good looking, ugly. No, I've heard it all. I'm ugly. I'm humble. For the most part. I'm humble, but at the same time, I am a man. So I'm competitive. Competitively humble. I don't know. Alrighty, let's take a look at resources. Ooh, the metal's starting to come down a little bit. We'll be fine. How are our weapons? That's my main concern here. First and foremost, where's Ember? Here, she has a laser pistol, but I want her to have a... Nope. She doesn't have... Rita. No. Melody. Come here, sweetie. Take that pulse rifle. You deserve it. You have busted your ass for me, and I am eternally grateful to you. All of the research, all the work she's been doing with the farm, all the crafting she's been doing. Melody's an amazing, amazing woman. Laura's not bad either. Laura likes to drink too much, though. Her and Jack, I swear. I think her and Jack are eventually going to fall in love, just for their love of drinking. Ember, I don't know what Ember's going to do. I mean, I don't want to look at their... let's take a look. Let's see how Ember feels about people. Enjoyed a pipe. Ooh. Interested in Ken, sorry, but Ken is married. Husband to Melody. See, he's not even really interested in Ember, even though Ember is interested in him, which is going to cause some conflict because that's going to start to tear down Ember because she wants Ken, but she can't have Ken because Ken is husband to Melody. Husband interested in Ken. See, she's wife of Ken and also in... Oh, never mind. She's interested in Jack. Ah, Melody, I shouldn't have looked at you. I was over here praising you, and you're trying to two-time Ken behind his back? Come on. Don't do that. Don't be a Grayson. You know what happens to people that end up like Graysons. They're the last to leave the rock. New Year's Eve? Yeah, go for it. I was tempted to say no, but you know what? We always let them celebrate. It's good for their morale. Uh-oh. Invasion. Let me take this coffee cup to the sink. Nope. I'm gonna bring it over here. Okay. cannons. Sorry, I'm not gonna quit my day job, you guys. I don't have a day job. I wish I did. Unfortunately, my disability rating being what it is with the VA, I can't work. Yeah. I'm still fighting my rating. I've got 70%. Honestly, it's all 100% service connected. Uh-oh. 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 Might have to hit the rewind button. Yep. See how fast that happened? 2 dead. Boom. Like that. But yeah, I am 100% service connected disability. Although, I'm still fighting. Part of it, a very, 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 very tiny portion of it is unemployability, which means I can't get a job. Yeah, it kind of sucks. I wish I could, you guys. Which is why I'm fighting for that 100%. I think the reason that they don't want to give me the full coverage is no, I'm not that old. At least well, I shouldn't say I don't feel old. I'm 38. Mentally, I feel like I'm 25. Physically, I feel like I'm 70. Just because of all the time that I spent in the airborne infantry. Being in the infantry, you guys, it takes a massive toll on your body. Like a stupidly massive toll on your body. We're talking, you have enough force to hit the ground and shatter your shins, like my bunkmate. But it doesn't look like we're going to have time to do this attack this time, now that we're already prepared, as we have ran out of time. It's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, I wish I could have embellished some more upon the story that I was about to tell as well. Another time, maybe my brain will remind me, who knows. But thank you guys for coming through. If you ended up liking this video, hit the like button for me. It lets me know. If you have any comments, please, by all means, I'm available, I'm open. Don't feel intimidated. If I don't know how to respond to a comment, obviously I'm not going to respond. Or if it's a troll, I'm also not going to respond. But, yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. You guys take care and stay safe. And I'll catch you in the next one. Later, guys.